Good morning. Welcome back to Dower House Farms, my beef and crops farm in East Cork in the south of Ireland. We put up a video every day. Very busy day again today now. We're going sowing corn. So yeah, loads on. I must go. Dad will be sowing and I'll be starting back cultivating again. First, we better get cattle fed because they're the boys that this year anyway make the money. A lot of people complaining this year that thrive on cattle when they put them into the shed is very poor. We're not finding that, thank God. We're getting exceptional thrives. They're fed all on our own homegrown barley and beet. So we'll be expecting nothing less. I think the main problem with these rations is some of the millers who aren't using native Irish grains are using grain in their diet, in their rations. That's just shite basically, and the animal thrive is showing. So I think if you're dealing with someone who you have a fair idea is using imported grain this year especially, move away from them and go to the likes of Dairy Gold or Tirlawn or someone who's using mainly Irish grain, or better again, send them down to me and I'll fatten them for you. But yeah, look, there's a lot of shite grain coming in because there's very deflated markets all over the world and they're able to pick up the lesser quality grain for bargain price. And it's going into rations, and I've had a couple of people on to me, they've got on to me like to do them up diets or whatever, that their cattle aren't thriving. They think that their diets are wrong, but it's probably what's going into the ration is wrong more so than the actual makeup of the diet. But anyway, yeah, right, we better get at it. All these boys are bammed out. And these boys. That's the finishing mix done there now. Leave that be mixing away. And we'll go get some bales out for bedding down. Get the bedding down there now this morning. On a busy day, I always like to try and get all the jobs done around the yard before we go on field work, because otherwise you'll come back there like I did yesterday, and 10 o'clock at night you'll end up having to go bedding down and things, so, and it's not ideal, so we'll get it done there now. Get them put down here, and this is where we load them. We can load them up against the wall of the grain store then, and it works well. Yeah. With our feeder you need some, or our straw blower, you need something to be able to push up against to get them loaded properly. Lovely. These boys loving our straw party. So I thought this was a bit rattly when I was working, so I just came in here to check it, and it's got wicked loose. Now, I've never tightened this at the time I have it, but I'll have to, I'll put it up there outside the workshop now, and it'll have to be tightened up a bit. I don't know why it loosened all of a sudden today now, but I know.
This is Cork, in Cork down by the Lee. This is Cork, a real capital city. This is Cork, in Cork down by the Lee. This is Cork, Cork.
Job done. So it was gone off centre. It was gone off a cog in front, so in here in front, and then I'll clip it on the thing. This is the drive gear. and it was after loosening on this side, so it was after slipping back one gear, so it was gone at an angle, it wasn't straight. What am I looking at? This one was gone way back here and it wasn't running straight across, so it'll break the chain. So I'd loosen off the chain. Jeez, I don't know if that's still a bit loose. No, I don't think so. No, I'd say that's okay. So I'd loosen off the chain on both sides. I'd loosen it right off here and on this side, and pull it loose and pull it forward, get it over the cog there, and then straighten it up. So tighten it up then on both sides, so she should be good to go. It's just these lads here is what you tighten it off. So, but I'm nearly at the full extent of my tension now, so the next move will be I'll have to take a link off the chain. See, there's a link obviously after coming off it before. See, there's a lot more links in this section than this section. Well, there's probably only one more link, so I'll probably take off that one next. But when you're taking it off, even if it's only loose on one side, you must take it off on both sides, because if your chain isn't the same length on both sides, it'll keep skipping cogs. So just out here in the field of forage right by the yard. This got slurry there about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Coming to the point now where it nearly needs to be grazed again. It'll definitely need to be grazed within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I have no idea what I'm going to graze it with. There's so much grass and so much rye to be grazed. It nearly needs to be grazed today. Jesus, this is unreal. But I have no idea what I'm going to graze it with. Okay, here we got a group cattle out of somewhere. There's a couple of big groups there now. There's a big group down in the Bridge Farm. They won't be coming up, I know. They have enough to keep them going there till about Christmas. I suppose the ones across the road from our own yard, there's a group of there's 2 groups there actually. There's about 130 cattle there altogether. So, but I'd say we'd probably put, there's a group of 80 and a group of 50. I'd probably put a group of 80 in there, because they can fairly mow through stuff now. They're big cattle too, they're 35 kilos maybe, so they'd fly through that. So this is the only field of rye we haven't grazed yet, and it's not too bad. It's not a hectic crop now, but it's good enough. It never got any slurry or dung or anything, so it's not too bad. But we will get it grazed there now. Probably get it grazed, I don't know, sometime before Christmas. And you can see those patches of it now that are sheltered. And one thing rye needs anyway is warm ground, because look where there's the shelter there, all along there behind that ditch, and down here where it's more exposed then doesn't have the high trees. It's the way, like, God, there's a fair old crop of stuff here too now. But we'll get this grazed, and there's 40 acres of grass and 10 acres of rye to be grazed here. This is the hill farm on this side of the road, and then there's 30 acres up that side of the road. So never had this complaint in my life before. There's too much feed. But I know, it's great. It's not a complaint, it's an observation. By the field rye here now, this is a red clover that was cut already. It was cut there like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, whenever we did silage last. It's cut 5 times this year. Actually ended up yielding alright. And it's going to have a problem here now again with clover. Too much clover for grazing. But anyway, like the red clover did nothing in the earlier. Now there was just no water, there was the thing. And I think it was too low in K. I gave it another shot of K and it drove on. So we'll probably leave it in for another year. We'll see. We'll definitely do 2 cuts off it, and it'll probably go to grazing then, I'd imagine. There's cattle across the road there now, up at the Condon feeder. We'll go up and check them. Something makes me think the water's off. But let's go check. Farming in these conditions, like, it's just heaven. Now yesterday morning was cold, but like, I went out today. I was out early now, about 5:30, 6:15, and 12 degrees. There was a puff of wind today. They are grazing this paddock now, and on Sunday I took the feeder out of that paddock. I was after lashing around Sunday night, and I had to go half down the hill there, and I pressed the brakes about here, and I just slid the whole way down to the bottom of the hill because the ground was soft. And now it's after drying out, they're not even printing the ground. It's crazy, crazy stuff. What's going on up here, boys? Are you messing again as usual? Or have you no water? Oh no, you've plenty of water. Nice fancy new truck with Fong set up for you. You're just messing. Wrecking the place as usual. I omitted this from the video, but I think Sunday morning I went to move. There was a water truck here, concrete truck, and it was rotten, so I went to pick it up and tip it over, and it fell out of my hand. It just went whoosh, smashed into a million pieces. There's the resemblance of a bit of it actually. But yeah, Fong set this up. Jesus, he got a fair level. And now I'm going to get a level because it's on a ditch on the side of a hill going everywhere. Well, no bother to the Fongster. These are admittedly now the best group of calves, but they are whoppers. And gee boys, I think you're eating too much, what the arse in that fella? I think you're eating too much grain though. We filled this feeder on Monday, today's Wednesday, and it was half empty yesterday. And you see, this is the problem now, they're going from there to the water truck. Back to the feeder. Lads, you need to eat some grass. Come on now, you're taking the mickey out of me. It's not empty anyway, that's good. There's something in it. It's half empty. So they've eaten 3/4 of a ton in 2 days. Holy Jesus. Well, yeah, probably is half empty, yeah. There's ballpark 60 of them here. So say call it 700 kilos in 2 days. That's 350 a day divided by 60. Jesus. 6 5s is 35, isn't it? No, 7 5s is 35. So 6 6s is 36. There's no way they're eating 36 kilos a day each, because they're eating away plenty of grass as well. Jesus. So that would be, say, 5 kilos of dry matter. 5 kilos of dry matter at 2% would be, so you'd be multiplying by 50. 250 kilos? Probably are. They're over 250 kilos, this bunch. Probably closer to 3, so they could be eating 5 kilos of meal and 2 kilos of grass. Jesus. Either way to grow cattle now. But anyway, there's no working it, so we don't mind. And not a touch of acidosis. There's no mineral, there's no buffer, there's no lime, there's Irish barley, that is maximum trees are alright, my own barley, and rolled oats, and soya. So, please, if anyone is watching this, if any miller is watching this, if they want to get in contact with me, or if any merchant is watching this and they want to get in contact with me, I'll tell you how much oats, I'll tell you how much barley, and I'll tell you how much soya I've in it. I got the oats off McDonald Brothers, who are huge supporters of Irish barley, Irish grain, massive supporters, and the barley's our own, and I got the soya off Dairy Gold. But look, Irish grain can be used very cheaply, put massive weight on cattle. Just please support Irish grain. Some mechanic way. So I go into our house farms this morning. Dad's going sowing. Fong is going getting the feeder. Dad is shouting at us for no unapparent reason. Nothing changed there. I've changed the tips here on the heaver, and I'm going cultivating. Dad's going sowing. Fong is going at cattle. It's all go. What do you think, boys? You need a bed down. Get Fong to do that there in a minute.
This is Cork, in Cork down by the knee. This is Cork, marine capital city. This is Cork, Be caught down by the lead. This is
Well, boys, look at this beast. I love this fella. Go on, lad. Go on off, you saucy warrior. Don't you be squaring up to me now. Give you a belt to my coffee cup. Lovely bull, isn't he? And in this pen, they're well above the yard, so they look massive. Hey, leave my coffee cup alone. I'm not allowed to get frank anymore now. I don't be on the road enough. With every silver lining, there's a cloud. Great to move into the house. I don't get to be passing the shop to get frank anymore. Shing glad. Right, let's get in my chariot and go cultivating. Just started cultivating here now, and jeez, to be fair, it's coming up smashing now. Grand, jeez, when that'll get an hour or two drying down it now, it'll be like pepper. So I thought I'd have to give it 2 goes, but I think I'll probably get away with 1. Look at that fat lad. Good sign of healthy soil anyway. Yeah, the whole way across there's loads of depth, so yeah, it's doing a great job now, to be fair. Maybe press it and just go in and sow it then, I'd say. But there is some drag in it. She's absolutely on her knees pulling it. But I am going in deep now, to be fair. You have to have the maize, but I'm down to 9k. I should be going 13 or 14k. I've no auto steer this tractor, which is a bit of a nuisance. But I really should have it. I could do it more land then, but anyway, Rome wasn't built in the day. We get there. She's a big step up from what we had before in 8560. So we bought this tractor about a year and a half ago. She has over 1,000 hours done since we bought it. And when I bought it, I thought she'd only be doing about maybe 600 hours a year. I'd say she did 900. She has 1,200 hours done now since we got it. We got it in July, I'd say, the start of July, just before the harvest last year. But look, I'm at 90%, 97% engine power there now, 10 kilometers an hour. So ideally I'd like to be going about 12 or 13, but that's how I'm maxed out. But there is always serious drag after maize. Ground is in great order after maize, but it's tight, and just get that bit of air into it, loosen it up. It does grow great crops, but it is tight and it does need a right good rib. So yeah, there's 15 acres now after maize to be done, and there's 30 acres after beans. So the bean ground I should fly up and down. You pull it through that yourself nearly without any tractor to sow light, and it's a light field as well. Well, it's sort of light and heavy. There's parts of it is very heavy, more of it is very light. But yeah, so get all this done now today, and I'm trying to get a load of beef delivered as well if I can. So all going to our house farms. Just up here on the north farm now, and I better get my skates on. He's waiting for me. So we always give the headlands a run after we've the middle of the field done. We have to do point around the headland with this, and that just more than with the drill. And keep that half road on. I don't have to do. I'm finished now. Dad is on his 3rd round, I think. Just a little bit tacky here, but this is a really wet headland it's all with, so nothing ever grows here anyway. He's following a mark there. Or maybe he's using the auto steer because, geez, I can't even see it. I don't know how he could see it. Oh, he's on auto steer, I'd say. He's just showing off now. I'm starved. I'm going to rob some of Dad's pink wafers. Hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're just running out to drill here now, so I'm going to walk down to the bottom of the field, and because we're changing varieties after this, so we don't want to put in too much. I put 2 small bags into the hopper. I'll come in, I'll hop up in the drill there and just run it down to that, and I'll turn the bags then if need be. I saw Tirlawn came out with a price there for grain today, so today's Thursday, you'll be watching this on Friday night, but look, obviously not where we'd like it to be. 190 euro a tonne for green barley, 200 for wheat, but that's not Tirlawn's fault, and I think, to be fair, I think it's a good price. I think they dug deep, and as livestock farmers, myself included, it's the merchants who are going out paying a little bit extra for Irish grain. They're the ones who need to be supported, and fuck the rest of them. They're doing nothing, only profiteering off of Irish agriculture. Like the Tirlawn, Dairygold, McDonald's, Dens, there's plenty more, but they're only the ones down this side of the country. They're the ones that livestock farmers and tillage farmers need to be supporting, because they're in it for the long haul. It's not a sentimental reason that they're paying a good price for tillage. They're paying it because they realise how valuable the tillage sector is to the Irish agriculture sector. So fair play to them, and they should be commended. And I'm sure Dairygold will probably be out with their price tomorrow, and it'll be very close. If not, maybe even a touch better than Tirlawn. That's usually the way, anyway. Ah, God. The stone got out there now. Ron will be rolling this tomorrow. Tell him to pick him. This now is as close as the drone footage you'll get out of Dower House Farms. Well, I'll actually sow now, just there's no need to do that, it's done already. We're sowing now again. Ah, he missed it. Nice. We'll get this rolled now tomorrow and get a pre-merge on it on Saturday, hopefully. And we'll be so, look over here, if I can zoom in enough. Oh, they're gone. Cousins are ploughing over where then? Over there, behind the tree. 2 power T7225 and before they 2,000 or 5 buttons, but I know it's 2 after I just missed them. They're over there somewhere. You can see the seagulls. Job done. The miserable fecker wouldn't even give me a spin back to the gap. Them fecking tillage farmers, you couldn't be up to them. To get the drill to fold up, you have to have both the sowing discs and cultivating discs at the right height. Otherwise it won't fold. Man, Dad, realise I'm on YouTube here. I paused that now for about 10 minutes while he gathered his thoughts. Jesus! All well and good. He's finished for the evening. And it's called cultivate another 20 acres to have ready for tomorrow. And I think you get the picture. Right, I'm off for my chariot again. Look at those for fancy cover crops. Wowee. Don't mind that bit there by the gap. Look at that. There's 70 acres of that cover crop on this farm. Just back in the yard now. I got the silage pushed in here now and having my supper. Head off cultivating then for the evening. These boys are mad for some grub. These cattle now, I think they're in about 6 weeks. Just have a quick walk through them there now. I find them foul, but the serious old cattle in this group now, to be fair. They should be very heavy. They'll get another 10 weeks, I suppose. So they should put on another 100 kilos. They're probably standing, I suppose they're standing 570 or 80 as they are, so they'll be whoppers. Look at that bull. Nice bull there too. There's a great bull up there, that white fella. So yeah, they're lovely. Like to have an old walk through them. Just make sure they're all sound and good and healthy. Look at the arse of that fella. They're all nice square bulls. But they wouldn't be particularly flashy bulls now by any stretch of the imagination, flashy calves, but just the diet we put them on sort of really helps them grow and put on muscle. They don't get that fat that quick. It takes a long time for them to get fat, but they grow and they put on serious weight. I should think that. And they as well, you do. It's a big long tongue. Hello, Speckledy. These are the smallest group of bulls now. That's why they were the last group in. That fella one day last year, he ate something. We think he ate some sort of thing that was poisonous anyway, and the vet thought he was a goner, but he came through. And there's another fella in here somewhere. I think that could be him. He's a white fella anyway, and he got pneumonia out in the field last year when we left him out, and myself and Dad had to drag him into the horse box. He was very sick. To get him over, we had to like push him into the horse box. He could hardly walk. We got to vet him and he's flying it now. Maybe it's this fella lying down here. That's my suckler herd. Go back, chances. Oh yeah, that could be him actually. He's a real white fella now. I'd say that's him. It was well worth getting him into the horse box that day. He's a valuable bull now. Settle down. You get a belt to my stick. Night night, boys. See you in the morning. Behave yourselves now. Back at it now after the supper. Off over to the field again. On my chariot. Some of you may recognise this spot as the place I got buried sowing beans. Oh, it's that rough. Jeez. Not tired this time, thank God. Now, I'm still working away here. Still cultivating away. It's 11:45 and my phone is going to go dead. So, I leave it there for today's video, and I'll be putting it together here. I'm going to work away there now to about 12:30 and I'll call it a day there because I must be going early in the morning again. I think I might have to go away for a lot of the day tomorrow, but you may be after finding out more about that before this video comes up. So anyway, thanks a bit for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again tomorrow. Or